before we bring on our guest, we have a public service announcement.
Hey, y'all, we're Diamond Dixie, and you're listening to the Wrestling Lounge.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and we're going to bring on, and I got the correct pronunciation for her name, Aja Perera. She is a independent women's wrestler known all around Georgia. So we're going to bring on right now. Please welcome Aja Perera.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing today?
Fine, how are you?
Doing lovely.
Now, did he pronounce that right?
He did Aja. It's Perera.
Perera, okay.
Perera, okay.
Because we've been going back and forth as to what it's called, and I said, look, I know her, but I don't know how she pronounces it.
Everybody does, but I'm used to it.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, we're glad you're on the show. Thank you for being on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. What was it that made you decide that you wanted to be a wrestler?
It was never just that I grew, like, I was never one of those kids like, oh my God, I'm be a pro wrestler one day, because like I was just fine being a fan. Like I loved watching it and marking out for everybody. But I ended up going to I ended up going to a training class, and like when I took that first bump, I was just like, this is amazing. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And who trained you? Who gave you that initial training?
Fred Avery.
Okay, Fred Avery. Okay. And you spent some time at WWA4. Did Mr. Hughes help you too?
No, I never trained at WWA4. I was at PCW under Fred Avery for about a year, and then I went to NWA Atlanta with Tyson Dean and Jay Fury, and that's where I finished up my training.
Oh, okay. So when you do, sorry, I saw you done some WWA4. That's just individual matches?
Yeah, that was for Beyond Wrestling.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Brian.
That's fine. We're not in the same place, Aja, so that's why you'll hear us kind of overriding each other sometimes because we don't know when we're going to finish talking.
Okay.
And your pronunciation is Aja, right?
Yep, you got that right.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay. I won't try to pronounce your last name again because I'm not very good at that. But I know that you're a big fan of the Zelda franchise. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
This conversation could go on long, so I'm just gonna do it in a nutshell. I grew up watching it, so I mean, I was born in '94, so it got really it was popular then. But then they came out with the newer games in like late '90s, early 2000s. So my mom actually bought it for Nintendo 64. And at that point, I really didn't know what was going on. So, I'd watch her play it. And I was like, oh, my God, this is so amazing. So when I got older, at first I got older and I attempted to play it. And I was like, this is too much for my feeble mind. I can't do it. But then, of course, when I got even older, I continued to play it. And it just, engulfed engulfed my life because even to the morals of the story with life, like wisdom, courage, and power. It's like the Triforce. Like I think it means so much to me, and I think it's aided me through wrestling. So I'm like, why not incorporate Legend of Zelda with wrestling? Because why would a superhero not have a Triforce as their go-to power source? I also love the video game, but it also means so much because it's kind of like a bonding thing. Like I watched my mom play it, and I would lay in bed while my mom and dad were playing it and be arguing because she makes him fight all the dungeon masters and she just does all the fun stuff. It connects to me on so many different levels, and that's why I'm so obsessed with it.
Did you ever were you ever a part of the Dragon Con or Comic Con or anything like that, dressed up as Zelda, or have you ever thought about going as Zelda on Halloween or anything?
I think about it every year. I was supposed to go to Dragon Con this year, but I ended up wrestling in Texas, so I couldn't make it. But I actually have in the talks right now doing a almost Zelda-like convention in Florida. So I'm supposed to like be on a panel and then wrestle that day. So my dreams are finally coming true with that.
Wow, that is awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question for Aja, please call in at 773-897-6289 and press 1 to be in the hostess view, and we'll get you on the phone to talk to Aja.
So this is Harold. One of my questions was, how did you get the super nickname?
I hand delivered that to myself because I was wrestling for a while when I first started. I was just Aja Perera. Didn't really have a move set, didn't really have a personality. I was just going around, just doing my thing. And I was actually watching Spider-Man because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm watching Spider-Man. I'm like, I love wrestling, but like something just doesn't feel right. I was like, what is missing? So like I would go to training and I'm like, something is just missing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So I'm watching Spider-Man and I was like, why don't I just start saving the world? Like this is my chance to do something different. Who doesn't want to be a superhero? So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I'm not even gonna give myself a cool name. I'm just gonna be Aja Super Perera. So that's how the name was born.
Now, how did you come up with your different outfits and stuff? Sorry, Brian. Again.
That's okay.
I actually hand sketched both of my outfits because I like doing things like that. The first one, I was like, I'm gonna play true to the Legend of Zelda gimmick. So I got the green gear with the Triforce on the waistline and the neck to give me power. And then I was like, later on, I was gonna get green again because everyone's like, oh, that's your staple. I was like, let me try something different. I'm sure I can still be Super Perera with a different color scheme and not possibly have copyright infringement because I don't want to like make it one day and they're like, oh, you owe us $5 million because you used the Legend of Zelda logo for so long. So, I tried out that one too. But of course, I still got to have my cape and my gauntlets. So. Yeah, that's how I came up with all my gear. It's never just a basic design. I always sketch out like 20 of them and then finally like put them all together.
Well, who makes the
right
gear?
Now... Go ahead, Aaron.
Who makes your gear? Who do you?
I have been just jumping around. I think I finally found like my source gear maker. The first one who made my Legend of Zelda gear is a lady named Sanella, and I think she's in Chicago. And then for my second gear, I found this lady. I don't know her name, but her page is First Lady Wrestling Gear. And I didn't know it at the time, but she's in Australia. But she makes incredibly durable gear because I actually cut myself on a bolt on the ring, and it didn't even cut the gear, but I have like a gash in my hip.
Whoa.
So yeah,
wow.
I'm like, I'm gonna stick with this gear because it's incredibly durable.
Oh, okay.
Wow. We're gonna actually take a call from a fan, Aja. We have a fan online to talk to you. Erica 404, you're on the air with Aja.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Oh, hi, Aja.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. So I've seen a lot of your matches. I've like watched you from the start of your career and everything. I was wondering, like, who are your most favorite and formidable opponents?
Right now, it would have to be my top one right now is Tragedy because she's really the main person I'm facing around Georgia because she's a complete psychopath and my sister. And I think my second one would have to be Dementia Rose because I've been facing her literally since the start of my career.
Oh, okay, cool.
You have another question, sir, or anything? Or?
Oh, yes. I was also going to ask, like, are there any people around Georgia that do you want to face or you don't want to face, or are there people that are on your enemy list that really are your enemies, or?
Again, the only person on my enemy list right now would have to be Tragedy Ann. But if I'm not mistaken, I've faced everybody in Georgia. Like, I'm all about new opponents, so it's not like anyone just definite I need to face. But if anyone new came along, I would be definitely up for that challenge.
I mean, have you faced Ruby Mobbs or Priscilla Kelly or America, any of them?
Well, no, but not to toot my own horn. They got to get a little better if they want to get in the ring with this chick.
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah, I mean, you're one of my favorite. Tragedy's my favorite wrestler, but you're right up there because you two are like, y'all have the best matches. They're really enjoyable to watch. It's like the whole monster versus superhero. It's like hero versus villain. I always thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
All right, well that's all I wanted to ask.
Thank you for calling in.
Well, we want to thank you for your call. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, bye.
Bye-bye. I wanted to ask you, speaking of different female wrestlers, have a little bit of a name game for you, Aja. Dementia DeRose, what are your thoughts on her?
Complete psychopath. I owe her a lot because if it was not for her, I would not have progressed in the way that I did. Because when I first started in Georgia, it was very close knit, and I really did not have a lot of opponents. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, she was my second ever match. So there is respect there, but then there's also, I hate your guts because, I don't know if you watch her, but her damnesia is never forgiving, and my head still rings from getting hit by her massive butt for almost a year.
Wow.
And even within that, she is a fantastic worker who is definitely extremely underrated in the independent scene.
She was actually the first guest that we actually had on the show. So yeah, she when she first came on, she was talking about that knife and everything she carried around, and I told her, I said you're pretty hardcore, I guess you could say. She said, yeah, I'm pretty hardcore in the wrestling industry. The second name for you though is another guest that we've had on the past, and one you mentioned a while ago, Priscilla Kelly.
I mean, I don't have much to say about her because like I don't know her. Like, I've only can go from hearsay and everything like that. But I've seen her stuff, and I mean, I think that if she keeps training hard and working hard, she could really be something one day. But like, you just gotta keep hitting that ring. You gotta keep working on it, and you gotta just even when it seems like it's not gonna work out for you, you just gotta push yourself that harder. So I hope she continues to really work on her craft and get everything together.
Okay. Nina Monet.
Oh gosh. She's a semi-newer opponent because when I first started, it was 2 years ago. I can't remember when I first started. I didn't face her for like a year, and then I faced her once, and then I didn't face her at all again, and then I finally started facing her again this year. And honestly, we've both progressed a lot. So when I got in the ring with her, I was like, "Whoa, who is this? Who is this girl?" Because when I faced her the other time, it was not like this. And she's another very underrated talent because just her being a vet, I learned so much from her. And I mean, she's pretty. Her personality is pretty abrasive, but like she's always down to help people. She's always down to give her opinion or guidance. Like a very, very wonderful person to work with.
Okay, the fourth name is Kiera Hogan.
Kiera, another extremely talented up and comer. I actually had the privilege to face her for like one of her like third or fourth independent show matches, and she very like I know that she's new, but she's open to any criticism. She's ready to listen. Very, very respectful. It was a complete privilege wrestling with her, and I cannot wait to do it again.
And the last name for you is Brooklyn Page.
That's my food bestie. I don't know if you guys follow us on Facebook, but we always talk about food and stuff. And I think she just had her first match, didn't she? I watched it online, and that's another one. You just got to. Huh?
Is it online? Her first match?
Yeah, I think so. It was a tag match, I think it happened.
Okay, yeah, because I know she put on the other day. She had her first match, but I wasn't sure if it was online yet or not. I have to go and check that out.
Yeah, she's another one just to, because I know her personally, so, she just needs to keep working hard. And it's another case of when you feel like you don't have a way, just keep pushing even further, and it'll pay off. And she just needs to stay focused, and she can really be something too.
Awesome.
I read on your, I guess, Facebook, that you recently were either had a compliment or I don't know what you want to call it, about a fan who liked your backside, let's say.
Yes. Well, it was fans actually. It wasn't just one. It was actually my return match from Canada. So I do my entrance and I come in the ring and I'm just, in my corner doing my little superhero dance, like stretching out, and I just hear people keep applauding. I'm like, who's clapping? What is that? So I turn around, it's like 4 or 5 guys, and they're just clapping. And I literally just asked, I was like, what are you applauding for? They're like, you've earned it. That butt girl, you deserve it. You deserve it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Now, my question is, how do you keep your nice shape and your you are a very, very pretty lady. How do you keep your wrestling shape there?
Oh, don't make me blush. It's been lacking since I've been back from Canada, but usually on the regular, I train 3 times a week, and then I hit the gym at least 2 or 3 days. So I work out at least 6 days a week. I'm not where I want to be at. I still have a lot of goals I want to accomplish for myself, but I'm finally seeing results. So it's making me push even harder because I'm one of those people, I like my French fries, I like my pizza, I like my ice cream, and I'm not going to give those up. So I have to double the workout to replace, to burn off what I'm putting in.
Okay. Tell us about your... Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. I know that, whenever we're in a room, whenever we're in the same location, this doesn't happen, but
there. Hello?
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 Hello, you there? Yes, I'm here.
I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, is she still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
I know that you've traveled out of the United States before. I wanted to ask you though, have you ever wrestled in Paris, France?
No, I wish. That would be awesome.
Well, what I was trying to ask was tell us about your recent Canadian tour.
That was insane. Once I finally got through the border, because that was a hiccup for a moment. Once I got through the border, it was I missed the first day, so it was supposed to be 9 straight shows, but it became 8 straight shows, and I quickly went from wrestling only once a night because I guess I was actually heel up there, so they got the super villain, not the superhero. So once I wrestled opener for my first match for the first night, and then I guess they saw what I had to offer and immediately went to wrestling 2 times a night, every night. So I wrestled over 17 times in 9 days, and the schedule was insane. So it's like get up at 9 a.m., drive, because we're in Manitoba, so we're in the country, so places aren't just 30 minutes away from each other. It's at least 2 hours, So it's wake up at 9, wake up at 9, get ready, drive to the promotion. There's no ring crew, so we set the ring up, wrestle twice or however long, talk to fans, blah, blah, take the ring down, and then there's usually an after party or a sponsorship party, so you got to go to that, and then you get to your room around maybe 3 or 4, and you got to do it all over again the next day. So I really got to experience I don't even think that's WWE level type schedule, but I think it gave me a good taste of it because I hope I wouldn't have to wrestle 8 straight days. Because by day 3, my body was just no, don't get up. But it was so cool because I got to, according to Tragedy, when I faced her and I came back, I'm actually a lot stiffer because Canadian wrestling is really hard hitting,
grapple based.
Oh, okay.
So I actually like picked up a good bit. Well, of course I would do 9 matches in 9 days. I mean, doing 9 shows in 9 days. But I actually picked up a lot, and the girls there are so awesome, and the fans there are so awesome, and they just wanted to hate me. It was so great because I didn't even have to do the whole Canada versus America. They were just like, "You're a supervillain. We hate you. Shut up." So like, it was along with being heel for the first time. I got to really come into my own, and I got to realize what my abilities are because I wasn't in the comfort of facing Americans or women that I'm used to facing. So like it was new on on every level. Plus the food was amazing. So I got to try. I don't know if you follow me on Facebook, but like I basically got a food blog going on. So I got to try like 9 days of foreign food, which was amazing too.
I can't even imagine wrestling 17 times within 9 days. I mean, that is wow. That's just wow. I know that you had to be extremely exhausted after that. I mean,
yes, it would have been as bad if we didn't have to set up and take the ring down. But I'm all about paying my dues, so I was like, got to do it. But it definitely it put my career in perspective because after going through that and I still want to do it, like I know this is what I want to do with my life.
What different promotions have you wrestled for?
It's gonna be a lot because a lot of them. I just recently made my debut at Tennessee All Pro. In Georgia, I wrestled for Peach State. I wrestled for UIW, Southern Fried. A lot of like off the wall backwoods promotions. I'm trying to think of NWA Atlanta, of course. I wrestled once for PCW, but I was really green and under a mask. So I guess I don't know if that counts or not. I've wrestled for TWE in Tennessee. I've wrestled I don't even know all the names. I've wrestled for some Lucha Libre show in Nashville. I've wrestled for Valkyrie Women's Pro Wrestling in New York.
Wow.
Recently, of course, the Canadian Wrestling Elite in Canada. I've wrestled for Texas Impact. Recently, I've wrestled for CCW in Florida. Those are like the bigger names because, a place would be like, hey, let's book you, and you wrestle there once, and you don't really remember.
Right.
The place would be called. So, yeah, I've wrestled, I think so far I've been in over, I want to say 12 states. I want to say 12 states. So I don't know how many matches I've lost count. I've lost count.
That was one of my questions was how many different states had you been in?
Yeah, I want to say at least 12. I'm not totally sure. Oh, and Pro Wrestling Alabama, I've done that.
Right.
I want to say at the least 12. I actually want to like sit down and count up all my matches and stuff because I really don't. I don't remember how many I've done.
Right.
Wow. I know that pretty soon you're going to be touring with Lucha Libre. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm
Mexico?
I'm actually going to Mexico for Lucha Libre Femenil. It's like an all women's promotion, and I'll be down there for at the minimum of 2 weeks.
And how do you feel about doing that?
I'm so excited because I was supposed to go last year. I mean, I was supposed to go my first year in, but I was gonna do it, but I was kind of iffy because at that point I had only been in it a year, and I'm like, like every opportunity I get, I want to earn it and I want to knock it out of the ballpark. So when that kind of fell through, I wasn't really disappointed about it. So when he gave me as soon as I came back from Canada, like actually on the train back from Canada, he was like, hey, do you want to come? And I was like, heck yeah, like I know I can kill it now because I just did Canada. So I'm really excited to keep having this, momentum with out of country bookings and stuff like that.
Have you ever thought about or have you ever wrestled had a intergender match against a male?
I've only had I've had 3 now in my entire career. In Canada, I faced Bobby J, which is actually a man that dresses like a woman, so I was pretty upset about that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I went out there and I cut a promo, and I'm like, I'm ready. Like, I'm tired of facing these Canadian women. You guys are supposed to be so tough, but I've ran through everybody. I want to face somebody better. Then he pops out in a freaking pink wig. So
which was a very, very fun match. And I did a tag match with Sugar Dunkerton can't remember what the promotion's name is, but I did a tag match. It was Devin Nicole and Raphael King versus me and Sugar Dunkerton. And then I also wrestled Fred Yehai at Beyond Wrestling. So it only 3 in my whole 2-year span. So.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't really I have nothing against it, but I don't feel like I can really display my talents in intergender matches completely because if a man hits me in the face, I'm going down.
No.
You know.
Well, I know.
So
I know that. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to throw in there. I know that recently Tessa Blanchard wrestled Cedric Alexander, I believe, for Premier Wrestling Experience.
Yes, I saw that. I mean, I think when it's done right, it's great. But a lot of people, that was done great, but a lot of people don't do it right. And I don't want to even put myself in a situation where I could get, I'm going to get hurt, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where I get seriously hurt or, or something controversial. So if that means me just being Super Perera wrestling women, then it is what it is.
Well, I see that we've got about 2 minutes and something left. You want to do the closing question, Harold?
Well, I just wanted to say, when she goes to Mexico, they usually have different rules and different ways where the luchadors come in the ring and all that. Are you a little bit apprehensive about that, having different style?
My biggest fear is
Excuse me.
thanks to training with Jay Fury, who's very fast paced and stuff. I'm not really worried about the whole lucha libre thing. My biggest thing is how we work the left and they work the right. That's gonna throw my entire life off, and I'm already prepared for it because I'm gonna go for the left, and they're gonna be going for the right. It's gonna be oh my gosh. So, and just respectively, I have to adjust to them because I'm in Mexico. So that's kind of rewiring my brain just to get myself on track with everybody else. That's really my biggest fear.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Well, we wanna thank you for coming on the show today and being part of the show, and we hope that you'll come back in the future. We wish you the best and all that you do.
And we'll be following your adventures in Mexico if you let us.
Of course. And also there will probably be a food blog because I love Mexican food.
Oh, well, yeah.
All right.
Let me tell you something real quick before you go. I was talking to Dementia DeRose in between her beating up people, I think it was, and she said that I was asking her about the state of women's wrestler, and I said, did you hear that Ajo was going to go to Mexico? And she said, yeah. And she said she was jealous because she's always wanted to go and hasn't had the chance yet, so she's looking forward to going at some point too. So.
Oh man, Dementia DeRose in Mexico would be insane. We got to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on.
That'd be good.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay.
You're very welcome, and take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Aja Perera, and we will